Hello there, fellow coin enthusiasts and collectors. Welcome back to the channel World Rare Coins, where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins that could be worth a small fortune. From hidden gems that could be worth a fortune to little-known coins with a rich history, we'll explore it all. And if you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on any of our exciting discoveries. And now grab your magnifying glasses and let's start our today's video. On top 1. Today, we're exploring a coin that may have crossed your path many times without you ever realizing its true potential value. We're talking about the United States 1980 quarter dollar, a coin that might seem simple at first glance, but has an intriguing story behind it and a surprising worth in the collector's world. Stick around as we uncover everything about this coin, from its historical significance to its current value, which may leave you astounded. The year 1980 was a pivotal one in U.S. history. The country was facing economic challenges, with inflation on the rise and a significant energy crisis that had its roots in the 1970s. It was a time of political transition as President Jimmy Carter's administration worked to tackle these domestic and global issues. Against this backdrop, the U.S. Mint was busy producing coins like the quarter, ensuring that the nation's currency was readily available for everyday transactions. Yet, the 1980 quarter, which was minted alongside millions of others, would eventually find its place in the world of collectors. At the time of its release, it was just another quarter, copper-nickel clad, with the familiar design that had been in circulation for nearly half a century. But what many people didn't know was that this coin would eventually become a collector's treasure due to its rarity and pristine condition and its historical context. Let's take a look at the design of the 1980 quarter. Like many quarters produced since 1932, the 1980 coin features the well-known image of George Washington, the first president of the United States. His profile is etched in a way that conveys a sense of leadership and determination. The design, which was created by artist John Flanagan, portrays Washington facing left, as if looking into the future of the nation he helped to build. The words "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the year 1980 encircle his image, reminding us of the ideals that the country was founded upon. Turning the coin over, you'll find the reverse side featuring an eagle in flight, with its wings spread wide and an olive branch in its talons. This symbol of the eagle has been a part of U.S. coinage for centuries, and it continues to represent strength, freedom, and unity. The inscription, United States of America, e pluribus unum, and quarter dollar further emphasize the nation's unity and the coin's value. The eagle's noble stance and the detailed design make the reverse side of the 1980 quarter a remarkable representation of national pride. The 1980 quarter was produced in large quantities by the U.S. Mint, as is typical for coins used in daily circulation. The quarter was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins minted in Philadelphia have no mint mark, while those from Denver are marked with a D, and those from San Francisco bear an S mint mark. These mint marks are important for collectors, as they help to differentiate coins based on their place of production. In 1980, the majority of quarters were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, with a smaller number being struck in San Francisco. While the 1980 quarter was initially produced for widespread use, the coins that were distributed to the public were often subject to the wear and tear of daily transactions. Many quarters passed through countless hands, and after years of circulation, most of them showed signs of use. But here's where things get interesting. While most 1,980 quarters are fairly common and have a relatively low value, finding one in pristine or near-perfect condition is actually quite rare. Coins that have been well preserved, without scratches, dents, or discoloration, are in high demand by collectors. Condition is the key factor in determining the value of a 1980 quarter. A coin that has been carefully stored and preserved in its original state can fetch a much higher price than one that has been heavily circulated. The term uncirculated is often used to describe coins that have never been used in commerce and still retain their original mint condition. Uncirculated 1980 quarters, especially those that are free from scratches or other imperfections, are highly sought after by numismatists and collectors alike. But there's more to the story than just condition. Some 1980 quarters have gained additional attention from collectors because of minting errors or unique features that set them apart from the standard issue. These could include coins that were struck with a double die, meaning the design was imprinted twice during the minting process, or coins that were misstruck or off-center. Minting errors like these make a coin more interesting and unique, and collectors are always on the lookout for such rare varieties if you're fortunate enough to find a 1980 quarter with a minting error, especially one that is clearly noticeable. You could have a coin that's worth far more than face value. These errors add an element of intrigue and rarity to the coin, which is exactly what collectors crave. Even the smallest imperfection can turn a seemingly ordinary coin into a rare and valuable piece of history. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for. Just how much is the United States 1980 quarter worth today? While most of the coins minted that year are worth only face value, 25 cents, those that are in pristine condition or feature rare minting errors can be worth much more. In fact, an uncirculated 1980 quarter in perfect condition can fetch a value of as much as $62,000. Yes, you read that correctly, $62,000 for a single 1980 quarter. This incredible price is a reflection of the coin's rarity and top-tier condition, as well as its appeal to collectors who seek to own the best examples of U.S. currency. When you consider the millions of 1980 quarters that were minted and circulated, it becomes clear that only a very small fraction of those coins have survived in pristine condition, making them extremely valuable in today's market. So, the next time you come across a 1980 quarter, take a moment to inspect it closely. If it's in excellent condition or features a rare minting error, you might just have a hidden treasure in your hands. Coins like the 1980 quarter are perfect examples of how a seemingly ordinary piece of currency can appreciate in value over time, becoming a valuable collectible for those who recognize their worth. On top 2, we have an exciting journey ahead of us as we explore a coin that may have been sitting in your collection or even buried in a jar of change, waiting to be discovered. Yes, we're talking about the United States quarter dollar from 1983. At first glance, it might look like just another piece of everyday currency, but when you look a little deeper, you'll realize this coin has an intriguing backstory and a surprising potential value that could make any coin collector's heart race. Stick around as we dive into the rich history of this coin, its design, minting details, and how it went from a simple quarter to a hidden treasure worth far more than face value. To truly appreciate the 1983 quarter, we need to step back and understand the historical context in which it was minted. The early 1980s in the United States were marked by a mix of economic recovery and political shifts. After the oil crises and the soaring inflation of the 1970s, the country was looking to stabilize its economy. President Ronald Reagan had just entered office in January 1981, and his administration would soon initiate economic policies aimed at reducing inflation, lowering taxes, and growing the economy. These efforts had a profound impact on the national economy, and by the time 1983 arrived, the U.S. was beginning to emerge from a recession. In the world of currency, the U.S. Mint was still producing coins like the quarter to facilitate daily transactions, which had been an essential part of American life since the founding of the nation. The 1983 quarter was part of the traditional series of coins that depicted George Washington on the obverse side and an eagle on the reverse side. At the time, no one could have predicted that some of these coins, especially those from the 1983 minting, would become highly prized by collectors in the future. Now, let's take a closer look at the design elements of the 1983 quarter. Like its predecessors, the quarter features a profile of George Washington, the first president of the United States. This iconic image was created by John Flanagan in 1932 and has been used on every quarter since. Washington's likeness on the coin serves as a reminder of the nation's founding and the principles it was built upon. Surrounding Washington's portrait are the words "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the year 1983, which help further reinforce the connection to America's history and values. On the reverse side, you'll find the image of a majestic eagle, symbolizing freedom, strength, and national pride. The eagle is depicted in mid-flight, with its wings outstretched and an olive branch in its talons. This imagery has been a staple of American coinage for centuries and continues to evoke a sense of pride and unity. The inscriptions on the reverse read, "United States of America, E pluribus unum," and "quarter dollar," all of which emphasize the coin's value and the strength of the American nation. The 1983 quarter was minted in large numbers, like many other coins from this era, to meet the demands of everyday commerce. The U.S. Mint produced these quarters at several facilities, including the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. Coins produced in Philadelphia have no mint mark, while those from Denver carry a D, and those struck in San Francisco are marked with an S. These mint marks are important to collectors as they help distinguish between coins from different mints, and they often play a role in determining a coin's rarity and value. However, while millions of these quarters were produced, the 1983 quarter holds value in a different way. What makes this coin special is its rarity and uncirculated, or mint state condition. As with most circulating coins, the 1983 quarter saw its fair share of use and wear over the years. Most coins from this time period have been passed through countless hands, subjected to the rigors of daily life, and therefore show signs of use, such as scratches, nicks, and discoloration. It's the few coins that survive this wear and tear, maintaining their mint state condition, that are the true treasures. When a coin is in mint condition, it means that it has been kept in its original state, free from damage or deterioration. This is what collectors are looking for: coins that have been preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition. For the 1983 quarter, those in excellent condition are particularly rare, and as such, they have a significantly higher value than the typical circulated coin. Another factor that can impact the value of the 1983 quarter is the presence of minting errors. Like all coins produced at the U.S. Mint, the 1983 quarter could have experienced some issues during the production process. These errors can range from minor mistakes, such as double strikes or off-center impressions, to more noticeable ones like incomplete designs or incorrect engravings. Minting errors make coins unique and are highly sought after by collectors, as they stand out from the standard issue coins. If you happen to find a 1983 quarter with a noticeable minting error, you could have something extremely valuable on your hands. In fact, many collectors specifically look for these error coins because of their rarity and the story they tell. A minting error turns an otherwise standard coin into a one-of-a-kind piece that could be worth far more than its face value. Some of the most sought-after minting errors include those that have a double die or coins that have been struck multiple times, resulting in a misalignment of the design. These unique features make the coin much more desirable in the eyes of collectors, and as such, they tend to fetch higher prices. Now, the moment you've been waiting for: how much is the United States 1983 quarter worth today? While a typical circulated 1983 quarter may only be worth its face value of 25 cents, the value of an uncirculated 1983 quarter in pristine condition can be substantially higher. Coins in mint condition, especially those that have been preserved and protected over the years, can easily fetch a price in the thousands. And if you're lucky enough to find a 1983 quarter with a minting error, the value can soar even higher. In fact, a well-preserved 1983 quarter with no signs of wear or a rare minting error can be worth as much as $57,000. Yes, you heard that right, $57,000 for a single quarter. This price reflects the rarity and demand for top-quality 1983 quarters, as well as the collector interest in coins with minting errors. The 1983 quarter is a perfect example of how a simple coin can appreciate in value over time, especially when it's in exceptional condition or features something unique that sets it apart from the rest. So, if you have any 1983 quarters lying around, it might be worth taking a closer look at them. You could be holding onto a hidden gem that's worth far more than you ever imagined. As always, collectors and numismatists recommend carefully inspecting your coins for signs of wear, unique features, or minting errors that could make them more valuable. On Top 3, we're diving into the fascinating world of American coins, specifically focusing on a coin that may have passed through your hands countless times without you ever realizing its true value. We're talking about the 1984 United States quarter dollar, a coin that, on the surface, might seem like just another part of everyday currency. However, as we dig deeper into its history, design, and current market value, you'll see why it holds an undeniable appeal to collectors all over the world. Let's set the stage by understanding the historical context in which the 1984 quarter was minted. The early 1980s in America were marked by both challenges and change. After the economic struggles of the 1970s, the United States was slowly recovering. Inflation was high, unemployment was a concern, and the country was navigating the complexities of a rapidly changing global landscape. President Ronald Reagan had just taken office in 1981, bringing with him a vision of a stronger, more prosperous America. By 1984, Reagan's economic policies were beginning to take effect, and the country was experiencing a period of growth and stability. In the world of currency, the U.S. Mint was busy at work, producing the coins that would be circulated to facilitate day-to-day transactions. The 1984 quarter was one of many coins minted during this time, and while it didn't immediately stand out as a rare or valuable coin, its historical significance and design would eventually make it a noteworthy piece in the eyes of collectors. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1984 quarter. As with many quarters minted in this era, the obverse side features the iconic image of George Washington, the first president of the United States. This portrait, designed by John Flanagan, has been used on quarters since 1932, and it's become one of the most recognizable and enduring images of U.S. coinage. Washington's profile faces left, symbolizing the strength and leadership of the country's founding father. Surrounding his image are the words "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and, of course, the year of minting, 1984. Turning the coin over, we find the reverse side, which showcases an eagle in flight. The eagle, a symbol of strength and freedom, has been featured on American coins for centuries. On the 1984 quarter, the eagle is depicted with its wings spread wide, holding an olive branch in one talon and arrows in the other, signifying peace and the nation's readiness to defend its values. The reverse also includes the words United States of America, E pluribus unum, and quarter dollar, reinforcing both the nation's identity and the coin's value. While the design of the 1984 quarter may seem standard by today's standards, it's important to note that this coin was minted in large quantities by the U.S. Mint, making it widely available for circulation. In fact, the Mint produced quarters at several different facilities that year, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint carry no mint mark, while those produced at the Denver Mint are marked with a D, and coins from the San Francisco Mint feature an S. These mint marks are crucial for collectors, as they help identify the origin of each coin and can sometimes affect its value. Although millions of 1984 quarters were minted, not all of them were preserved in pristine condition. In fact, most quarters that circulated during this time were used for daily transactions, passing through many hands, which led to wear and tear. Scratches, dents, and discoloration became common features of these coins, and as a result, most 1984 quarters aren't considered valuable in the traditional sense. However, here's where things get interesting. Those few coins that manage to survive in near-perfect or mint condition are worth much more than their face value. Coins that are classified as uncirculated have never been used in commerce, meaning they were carefully stored and protected from the wear and tear that typically affects circulating coins. For a 1984 quarter to be considered uncirculated, it must show no signs of wear, no scratches or dings, and retain its original shine. These coins are highly sought after by collectors, as they are considered to be in the best possible condition. The rarer it is to find a coin in mint condition, the higher its value. Another factor that can increase the value of a 1984 quarter is the presence of minting errors. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, such as a misaligned design, double strikes, or incorrect metal composition. These types of errors create unique coins that are often highly prized by collectors. If you happen to find a 1984 quarter with a noticeable minting error, such as a double die or a misstruck design, it could be worth far more than a standard coin in good condition. Error coins are rare and have an appeal that can drive their market value up significantly. The 1984 quarter has also become a valuable collectible because of its historical context. The year 1984 is remembered for being a part of an era of change and growth in the United States. Ronald Reagan was re-elected that year, and the economy was on the upswing. Collecting coins from this era, especially those in pristine condition, offers a tangible connection to a pivotal moment in American history. Collectors value coins not only for their rarity and condition, but also for the story they tell about the time in which they were minted. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. How much is the 1984 quarter worth today? While a typical 1984 quarter in circulated condition is worth no more than 25 cents, the true value of a well-preserved, uncirculated coin can be much higher. In fact, a 1984 quarter in excellent condition can be worth as much as $53,000. Yes, you read that right, $53,000 for a single coin. This high value is a reflection of the coin's rarity and mint condition, its appeal to collectors, and its significance in American numismatic history. So, if you have a 1984 quarter lying around, it's worth taking a closer look. Inspect it carefully for any signs of wear or minting errors, as these factors can greatly influence its value. Even though the 1984 quarter was produced in large quantities, a small fraction of those coins have survived in uncirculated condition, making them highly desirable to collectors. If you find one in pristine shape, you could be holding onto a rare treasure worth thousands of dollars. On top 4, we're delving into the fascinating world of U.S. coinage with a particular focus on a piece of history that might just be sitting in your pocket or collection right now. It's the United States quarter dollar from 1987, a seemingly ordinary coin that could very well be worth far more than its face value, depending on its condition. Stick with us as we explore the rich history, design features, and the factors that contribute to its appeal to collectors. By the end of this journey, we'll reveal just how much this quarter could be worth today. Trust us. The value may surprise you. Let's begin by taking a look at the historical context in which the 1987 quarter was minted. The year 1987 holds a unique place in American history. The country was experiencing a period of economic recovery after the early 1980s recession. Ronald Reagan had been re-elected as president in 1984, and the nation was entering a phase of renewed optimism and prosperity. The economy was growing, unemployment was decreasing, and the Reagan administration was overseeing a significant shift in the way America conducted its domestic and foreign affairs. On the domestic front, the United States was entering a new era of technology and innovation. Personal computers were becoming more commonplace, the internet was starting to take shape, and pop culture was being influenced by the likes of films such as E.T. the Extraterrestrial and The Breakfast Club. In the midst of all these changes, the U.S. Mint was hard at work producing coins to facilitate the growing economy, and the 1987 quarter was part of that ongoing effort to meet the demands of everyday transactions. The 1987 quarter features the iconic design that had been used for decades, first introduced in 1932. This design, created by John Flanagan, depicts a left-facing profile of George Washington, the first president of the United States. Washington is not only the father of the nation, but also a symbol of the enduring strength and leadership that has defined the country for over 2 centuries. The inscriptions around Washington's portrait include "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the year of minting, 1987, marking the coin as a product of that specific moment in time. But the quarter's reverse side holds equally important significance. It features a soaring eagle with its wings outstretched, clutching an olive branch in one talon and arrows in the other. This imagery has been part of U.S. coinage for centuries and represents the dual themes of peace and strength. The eagle itself is a powerful symbol of the American spirit, freedom, independence, and resilience. And it's no wonder that this particular design continues to resonate with coin collectors and history buffs alike. The reverse also bears the inscription United States of America, e pluribus unum, and quarter dollar, further reinforcing the coin's value and its identity as a staple of American currency. The 1987 quarter, like most quarters of the time, was minted in large quantities to ensure there was enough currency to meet the demands of everyday use. However, this particular quarter wasn't destined to be just another ordinary coin circulating among the population. Over time, as with most other coins, many 1987 quarters were worn down, becoming less distinguishable due to everyday handling. Most coins that went into circulation saw wear and tear, developing scratches, dings, and discoloration. These coins, while still valuable as currency, would not attract the attention of collectors. However, this is where the appeal of the 1987 quarter truly lies for collectors: its rarity in mint condition. The key to understanding its potential value is knowing that a small percentage of these coins manage to survive in pristine condition, unaffected by the passage of time, untouched by wear, and kept in perfect form. These uncirculated coins are the true gems for collectors, and they are much rarer than one might think. As with all coins, the condition plays a major role in determining its value. While most circulated 1987 quarters are worth no more than their face value of 25 cents, those in mint condition can be worth far more. Now, let's dive deeper into what makes a 1987 quarter truly stand out. When we talk about mint condition, we're referring to a coin that has never been used in commerce. These coins were carefully stored, often in a safe or protected environment, away from the rigors of everyday transactions. Mint condition coins show no signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration. They retain their original luster and shine, and they appear as though they were just freshly minted. For a coin collector, this makes a huge difference. The more pristine the coin, the more valuable it becomes. It's also important to consider the potential for minting errors, which can significantly increase the value of a coin. Minting errors occur during the production process when something goes wrong, such as a double strike or an off-center design. These errors can make a coin unique, and as a result, they are highly sought after by collectors. A 1987 quarter with a minting error could be worth far more than one in perfect, but standard condition. Collectors are particularly interested in coins that have distinctive features that set them apart from regular coins. Now, let's shift gears and talk about the collector appeal of the 1987 quarter. Why do collectors find this coin so interesting? It's not just about its design or its historical significance, though those aspects do play a role. Collectors are drawn to the 1987 quarter because of its scarcity in pristine condition. Many coins from this era were heavily used in circulation, which means that finding a coin in near-perfect state is relatively rare. Add to that the potential for minting errors, and you have a coin that piques the interest of numismatists and collectors alike. Coin collectors often seek coins from specific years or time periods that hold personal significance or are part of a particular collection. For example, the 1987 quarter represents a year of change and progress in the United States. It was a time when the nation was moving past the economic struggles of the early 1980s and into a period of growth and optimism. Collecting coins from this period offers collectors a tangible connection to that chapter in American history. And now, the big reveal. The moment you've all been waiting for. How much is the 1987 quarter worth today? While most of these quarters are worth just 25 cents, the real value lies in those that have been carefully preserved in mint condition. If you have a 1987 quarter that's uncirculated or has a unique minting error, it could be worth as much as $45,000. That's right, $45,000 for a single quarter. The high value is driven by the rarity of the coin in such pristine condition, as well as the growing demand for coins from this era among collectors. If you happen to come across a 1987 quarter in your collection, be sure to give it a close inspection. Look for any signs of wear or minting errors that could add to its appeal. And if you're lucky enough to have one of these quarters in mint condition, you may just be holding onto a small fortune. On Top 5, we're diving deep into the world of American coinage, focusing on a truly special piece from the 2016 America the Beautiful Quarter series, the Harper's Ferry Quarter. This coin, celebrating one of the most historically significant locations in the United States, is not just a collectible. It's a bridge between the past and the present. If you've ever wondered about the story behind this coin, its design, and its remarkable value, you're in for a treat. So, sit back, relax, and join us as we explore everything there is to know about the 2016 Harper's Ferry Quarter. Let's start by setting the stage with a bit of history. The year 2016 marked the 6th year in the ongoing America the Beautiful Quarter series, a program that began in 2010 to honor the national parks and sites across the United States. Each year, 5 new quarters were released, each showcasing a different location that holds particular historical, cultural, or natural significance. The Harper's Ferry Quarter is part of this incredible collection, and it represents Harper's Ferry National Historical Park, a site that played a pivotal role in the nation's history. Harper's Ferry, located at the confluence of the Potomac and Shenandoah Rivers in West Virginia, is a place steeped in both triumph and tragedy. It was here in 1859 that abolitionist John Brown led an infamous raid on the Federal Armory, aiming to start an armed slave revolt. Though his attempt ultimately failed, it was one of the key events that helped fuel the tensions leading up to the American Civil War. Beyond this, Harper's Ferry is also home to the site where the first U.S. Armory was built, and it's rich with stories of industrial innovation, military history, and the struggle for civil rights. In this context, the Harper's Ferry Quarter is not just a coin. It's a reflection of the country's deep and complex history. When the U.S. Mint decided to honor this location in 2016, they chose to immortalize it on a coin as part of the series that would ultimately feature 56 quarters, each one representing a unique aspect of America's diverse heritage. What better way to celebrate a site like Harper's Ferry which has seen so much pivotal action in shaping the course of American history. Let's take a closer look at the coin's design. As is customary with the America the Beautiful Quarter series, the reverse side of the Harper's Ferry Quarter features an intricate design that captures the essence of this historical site. On the coin, we see a detailed image of the John Brown Fort, which is one of the most recognizable structures in Harper's Ferry. This fort was the location where John Brown and his men made their final stand during the 1859 raid, and its inclusion on the coin is a tribute to the historical significance of the event. The John Brown Fort stands out on the coin with its solid, square structure, and the image is beautifully captured with a sense of depth and realism that makes it almost come to life. Surrounding the fort are the natural beauty and landscape of Harper's Ferry, with the rivers and the surrounding mountains providing a breathtaking backdrop. The design is a harmonious blend of nature and history, capturing both the serenity of the land and the drama of the events that transpired there. Inscriptions on the coin read, Harper's Ferry, West Virginia, 2016, and E Pluribus Unum, further reinforcing the coin's identity and its connection to the state and year. On the obverse side of the coin, we find the traditional portrait of George Washington, created by sculptor John Flanagan. Washington, the first president of the United States, remains an enduring symbol of the country's founding principles and strength. His image on the quarter serves as a reminder of the nation's long history and the leadership that has shaped its journey over the centuries. As for the minting of the coin, the Harper's Ferry Quarter was produced by the U.S. Mint at their facilities in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Just like all coins in the America the Beautiful series, it was struck in the traditional quarter size, made of cupronickel, and issued for general circulation. Millions of these quarters were produced and made available for use in everyday transactions. However, the real excitement for collectors lies in the ones that were kept in mint condition, or those that have unique characteristics, such as design flaws or variations in the minting process. Speaking of mint condition, let's talk about what makes the Harper's Ferry Quarter so appealing to collectors. While the coin's design and historical significance are certainly important, its true value lies in its rarity and condition. The vast majority of 2016 Harper's Ferry Quarters were released into circulation and saw years of handling. Coins that are used in everyday transactions typically get scratched, scuffed, and worn down, which makes them less valuable in the eyes of collectors. However, if you're lucky enough to find a Harper's Ferry Quarter in uncirculated or near mint condition, you may have a valuable piece on your hands. The key to a coin's value is its condition, and for a coin to be considered in mint condition, it must show no signs of wear or damage. This means no scratches, no discoloration, and no fading of the design. Coins in this condition are often kept in protective holders, such as capsules or albums, to preserve their beauty and value. What makes the Harper's Ferry Quarter even more interesting is the potential for errors. Minting errors, such as double strikes, misprints, or off-center designs, can make a coin truly unique. For collectors, a quarter with a minting error can be worth significantly more than a standard issue coin. If you happen to come across a Harper's Ferry Quarter with a noticeable minting error, you could have a rare and highly sought-after piece in your hands. So, how much is the 2016 Harper's Ferry Quarter worth today? While most of the quarters in circulation are still worth their face value of 25 cents, there are certain coins that stand out due to their rarity and condition. A 2016 Harper's Ferry Quarter in perfect, uncirculated condition can be worth far more than a standard quarter. In fact, a coin that has been preserved in mint condition and is free from any wear or damage can be worth as much as $37,000. Yes, $37,000 for a single quarter. The value of the coin is driven by the rarity of finding one in pristine condition, as well as its historical significance as part of the America the Beautiful Quarter series. If you've been holding on to any of these quarters, or if you happen to stumble upon one in your change, it's worth taking a closer look. You never know. It could be worth far more than you think. Coins like the 2016 Harper's Ferry Quarter are an exciting reminder that even the most ordinary items can hold extraordinary value, especially when they carry a story with them. So, the next time you reach into your pocket or coin jar, take a moment to appreciate the history and value that might be hidden in the palm of your hand. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the history, design, and value of the 2016 Harper's Ferry Quarter. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on future coin discoveries. Happy collecting, and who knows, your next treasure might just be waiting for you in your pocket.